Deafening, and we are going can actually live on stream now. Hello, everybody. I know it's been a little bit of a while for the Gold Manzana, but we're back with episode 12 here. And I'm not going to say the name out loud because of reasons. But we're back.
Whoa,
I'm clapping because
I knew we were clapping.
we were clapping because I'm getting so used to one of my groups. Just before I can even think, they're just spamming the clap emoji, and I'm just like, okay. So now that we're back though, with episode 12, we will be getting one more member to tonight. They're coming here soon. Don't worry. I like how I can't hear that. There's no clap emoji. You've lied to me. It's
unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Would any of you care to give a potential recap about what happened last time? As this has been a hot minute, and I will give an inspiration as a little bit of a reward there.
I can do it.
My note. Oh, you go ahead, dude.
It was the horror one.
Yeah, so we were descending in our awesome submarine and heard some noises, and before we knew it, we were getting attacked. And we pretty brave about it, even though we knew we were outnumbered and couldn't see them most of the time. Only see maybe one at a time, and so our captain was steering, and he would steer us towards other ones, and we eventually had to kill them all just to realize that they were like adolescents. So the big one comes, and we fought the big one forever. Larxus over fatigued himself by surrounding the ship with one of his oars to help the ship survive the fight, while the other team members valiantly fought and killed the monsters. And about the time we finished them off, we heard I think we heard her over out of the way, so we went towards her, and we found a small mermaid. Is it a mermaid? And she was surrounded by sharks, and we scared off the sharks, and we just brought her on board to be safe. But we all are fatigued, and especially Larxus is over fatigued himself. I think that's about where we're at.
2 levels of exhaustion or 3. It's insane.
I had none, I believe.
What are you talking about?
One thing that we missed. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just saying, what was the exhaustion you were talking about? Because I know what there was exhaustion, but I didn't hear what you just said because I was trying to get the cameras ready.
Well, we all have at least one level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
I have 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
2.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hey, Slappy.
Hi.
Oh, good. It said it wasn't working. Hey, guys.
It's working.
Sorry, my ride forgot about me and was a little late.
That's wild.
He thought I was off at 8, not 6. So sorry about that. And then I had a friend call, and I forgot to. And then I was also selling like these kitchen chairs on Marketplace, and they were it was just crazy.
It's all right.
All right. So I need to get roll 20. So good to be back. I'll turn on my camera in just a hot sec. I just want to get everything opened here. I am so hungry, so I'm gonna be surfing back some food real quick. Just let me know.
You're good.
How's everyone been? I missed so much.
Yeah.
I know.
It's all right. It's all right. You're here now.
I'm here now.
Yeah, we're gonna finish up the recap.
Perfect. That'll be great for me. Go ahead.
So we had a little horror scene, where we were going into the deep end, with this submarine. We were being attacked from all sides by these mer creatures, and it was completely like pitch black dark, and the light was only like a little cone, and so we couldn't see in all directions while we were getting attacked.
Hands.
We fought off this big mama one, and then we met this like mer person that we brought on board that seemed like in need of some sort. The one thing that Larxus missed was that there was this egg of some sort that we brought on board, and
Oh
both
yeah.
Arthur and Silas were freaking out, and they were like, "Kill it, Imani, kill it!" And so they had me stab it, and we don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but
Oh shit.
some shit came out of some stuff came out of this egg and got onto Imani's arm, her only arm. So
Yeah.
I'm scared. um, and it grew like scales and stuff onto her arm, but it didn't feel bad. It like burned for a second, and then it felt kind of good even. Um, and she sees it as
It
a
went
possibility to gain power.
it went numb. You were thinking.
Numb, yeah, thank you. Um, she sees it as maybe a possibility to gain power, like, and everybody else was like, "It's farce, it's bad," and they tried to dispel it. Dispelling it didn't work, and so now she's got these like scale growths on her arm.
That's right. I tried
Wow,
to
that's
cure it,
super
but I
cool.
couldn't.
Yep.
Forget about that.
You're scaly.
I will also
Uh-huh.
mention that there are some actual rulings that say even if you like try to heal or cure something, it has to be like sometimes that of a level 3 or greater or like level 5 or greater spell.
Oh.
I
Like
found
upcasting.
basically like upcasting, but like just in general like something of healing spell just later on. In either case, now we are back today. Yes.
My screen is black on the Roll20. Is it supposed to be black?
Can you go to the bottom where all players should have sight of the ship, basically.
Yeah, scroll down to the bottom.
Oh. Was my mouse
Yeah.
plugged in? Oh, it is. Kitty cat, you sitting in
Yeah,
on my
it's
mouse.
a pretty big map. That's why they saying it was something maybe
Oh,
that of a
no.
little bit of a scarier time, hopefully. But
It's that didn't do anything. What's this? Nope. Oh, I see something. All right. We're solid. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna finish my spaghetti and then I'll turn my camera on.
you're good.
Y'all not watching me eat that.
Now, as we proceed to go back oh, by the way, Larxus and Amani, you both get that inspiration.
Woohoo. Nice.
We come back to where this weird, per se, at least probably weird looking to most anybody,
Oh, she's so pretty.
blue like fish person, you could say, with blue eyes and kind of like dark. I'm trying to think of the outside of the eye, per se, of a
Like-
black lens type of deal going on.
Hmm.
They a little bit on the longer side of nails, just slightly, but outside of that to be more of just the weird styling of what you would guess to be hair on her head, maybe even like on her sides a little bit. And when I say hair, it's I more so say hair because it's pretty much what you would guess to be more like fish scale skin. Outside of any of the more extraordinarily weird this might look, she is now in your ship. She is pretty much standing there. Well, not standing there. She's been pretty much kind of like more so looking around at all of you now inside the ship as you see the water kind of slowly slickling off for a little bit. That, and also more so after a little bit of a look, she kind of looks more towards at the captain, who is the one that has basically helped her to realize she might be safe with these people.
Welcome. Glad you decided to come on board.
Well, wasn't much of a choice.
Since you're here, do you know what happens? My friend here stabbed this weird looking egg, and it splashed on him, and he's got some fish scales growing on his arm. Have you seen this before?
Let's do introductions first, Lexus. What's your name? Little fish girl. Hello.
Oh, I don't think she talks.
Well, she needs to
Interesting.
speak.
She just
Can you
looks.
communicate with her?
She just looks around.
Yes, she might be a mute. I don't
Um,
understand.
But
Is
she
she-
responded
is
to the captain. So
Oh, I missed that. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, she had come onto the ship. Hello. I'll snap my fingers in her face. Hello. Pay attention.
Imani like slaps your hand.
She like
What?
immediately
She's-
doesn't like that though.
She's ignoring me.
She's not ignoring you.
She
You
clearly
don't know
is.
why. No. Maybe she can't hear in air. Or so like
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Hmm. Captain, try asking her name.
Well, hey, Miss. As she kind of like looks over towards the captain, like just kind of waiting for him to continue speaking. Do you have a name? She kind of just like puts her head more of like in a question mark, kind of like if you were to see a question mark above their head, that's kind of like their expression. Do you have any means of communication? She's kind of confused at first, and she just keeps looking at Captain now.
All right. I'm gonna try to. What between all of us? What languages do we know besides Common? I know Sylvan.
No idea.
Draconic.
Where would that
Goblin.
be? Features?
So on your character sheet and the bottom left, like underneath where your passive perception and investigation are, it shows your proficiencies. So there's armor, proficiency, weapon, tools, and then languages on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So I'm Dwarvish and Goblin, as well as
Common,
Common, of course.
deep speech, and quarry?
Oh, you could try deep speech. We're deep in the water. Maybe that would work.
Yes, I tried speaking to her in deep speech. I also, when I speak to her, I extend extend some fruit to her and ask if she's hungry. She would like some food. Does she take my food?
She doesn't really look at you, but she takes a small glance at the food. What do you have?
That's what she says back?
She doesn't
What do I
talk.
have? I said I have some fruit. What did we bring with us, guys? I don't remember. It's been so long.
She took like a quick glance at the fruit and then just goes back to looking at the captain.
Pretty sure we had some like apples or something.
Yeah, some I think I offer her some fruit and some dried nuts as well. And a little bit of beef jerky. You know, options.
She pays none of those any mind.
All right, put it back in the water.
Imani-
This isn't working.
Imani gets down to her level, and kind of like scooch inches closer and holds her hand out as if to touch her, but doesn't touch her. But just wants her to like look at her arm.
She kind of like breaks her eye contact now as she sees your arm. She kind of like does a little the finger motion I'm doing. She like does a little this down your arm, and it's almost like she's almost like inspecting it in a way. She then proceeds to look at you, Amani.
Do you see?
This lovely fish girl of sorts is then going to proceed to go up to you and give you a kiss mouth to mouth. Just
Imani
straight
immediately jerks away.
just tries
like, what is?
she like straight like goes for it and everything, and as she gets a bit of the kiss in, you react however you want, but there's like a weird spark almost after you guys have kissed. And then you start to hear Amani. Hello? Hey? You don't see her
And
lips
in my
move.
head, it's
Yeah, you don't see her lips
okay.
move. No one else hears it.
Imani puts her hand on her rapier and she says, "What? Which? No,
I'm
no,
no what? I'm no
sorry.
witch. I'm serene.
She's speaking out loud. She's not like speaking in her head. Does this person understand common without, like, can she hear but not speak? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I say witch out loud and I like jump back.
I take a defensive stance. Throw her out. I said throw her out, did I not?
I'm sorry. You can speak in my head. It's like my thoughts aren't my own.
I'm
What's going on?
sorry. It seemed like the easiest way to get a hold of communications between you all. Or at least I'm one person.
I put my
Okay.
hand on Amani's shoulder and just say, breathe. It's okay.
Okay.
You don't know if it's okay. He has scales on his arm and he was kissed by a fish woman.
All she's done so far is start to communicate with him. There's nothing further to assume that it's not okay yet. There's no reason to jump to conclusions.
For the rest of you, she's speaking to me in my head. Can you do that for everyone? Is the only way through kissing, or how?
What?
How does it work?
No, don't be silly. It works because well, I'm not quite sure
Because of
what you
this?
are. I only did that to establish our connection. The connection between what you might have to be partially of my kind. It's the easiest way of connection. Was that not obvious?
I mean, I guess. What is your kind? What do you call yourselves?
Now you're making me pull out the notes.
Asking all the right questions. Where's your camera, Woody?
It's not working today.
Oh no.
Sag.
Okay, no, they are just okay. We are that of
Wrong.
Tritons.
Triton.
You can give a history
have
check
I
if you
heard-
want.
Yes, please. It's a 20. Not nat.
You
Go.
understand. You're like, this isn't even that. It's not too hard of a check, but something you'll know a bit more about now. Basically, Tritons are of a race of basically mythical beings, more so. If you were to see a Triton, usually in the overworld or something like that, I say overworld, like the normal human society,
like,
just in general,
man.
it's like they don't really exist normally. You would probably see like maybe one or two, maybe even three in your lifetime, but that's like almost what you would say a human mutation that was caused rather than true Tritons. True Tritons potentially might even be that of more so in the sea and might actually do exist as real people. These Tritons are Tritons of the
They're
sort
like
of that
demigods.
you've heard. I wouldn't say demigods, more of like a hidden tribe. Uh,
Interesting.
uh, this Triton though is a little bit different than the normal ones that you hear about though. That of maybe it looks like this one might have that of a couple of mutations a little bit different, but it could still be that of the exact Triton that we're talking about.
So like a descendant from a specific type of Triton.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Amani, are you talking to her? Y'all are having a conversation?
Yes, we're chatting in our heads, but I'm doing the talking out loud. They are a race of Tritons.
So there's more than one.
Yes, and I give the same rundown that you gave, Natsu.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, the first thing is we are of no danger to you. We hope you are of no danger to us. We're on a mission to go to the dungeon that is shown up at the bottom of the deep end, or deep in the deep
The
end.
bottom of do you do, I don't think it's necessarily a dungeon, but I could show you my home. That's the only place that I really know down here that would be any entrance. Everything else is pretty much, well, either too deep to really go any further, to be honest.
And I relay that. I'm like, she's telling us that the only place that she knows of in the depths that isn't too deep is her home. I think we should go.
Hey, Monty, tell her that this would have been a recent development. Like,
She can hear you. She can hear you.
oh, can she understand all of us, or just you?
Yes, she can understand us. She can't speak.
Oh,
So
so she was ignoring me earlier.
He
Probably.
can't
She
speak,
shrugs.
Cody.
But she can react to me speaking,
Well, I mean, I'd ignore you too. I say under my breath.
and yet you aren't. Aren't.
Roll deception.
I miss you. I miss you.
Roll stealth.
I suppose we should. I mean, we have nowhere else to go.
ask her
So
what
we really only lead.
what can we call you?
Yes. What is your name?
Yeah.
As she's just like, that's what she says, but she's like, or, and I guess a more understandable term in your words, serene.
Serene.
Somewhat more understandable.
It's a nice name.
It's a lovely name.
Is there a way for you to communicate with the rest of them, or is it just me? Is it because of the Triton mutation that I'm guess undergoing, or what?
I'm not quite sure, but I can tell you, I myself am one of my only ones that can't verbally use my vocals. You see, they're not there for me.
Hmm,
I don't think you'd have too much of a problem, though, speaking with the rest of them.
I understand. I know what it's like to be missing something.
Serene, the place you're looking for would have only popped up maybe a few days ago. We call it a dungeon, but you might know it called something different.
Yeah, under another name.
I'm sorry, I really can't think of any other place down here.
It's all right. We can just go to whatever home she's speaking of, and someone there might have another lead for us.
I agree.
All right, Serene, lead the way, or tell us how to get there. Oh, also, quick question. Those creatures that were... There were creatures attacking our ship. Are those new, or have those always been in these waters?
To Amani, she says that they've, not new. They're not new.
Yeah, I'm going to relay pretty much everything, unless what's it called? Unless there's something specific that I don't want to.
All right. Well, I thought maybe that would be a hint. All right. Well, lead the way then.
She proceeds to basically point her fingers in directions like on the like the windows of the ship, like, so going forward she pretty much... Here, now I can turn you guys. She pretty much brings you basically on the map if you care about it, but it doesn't really have a good representation of it. Basically a lot more further than what you would guess to be about another 30 minutes to like an hour worth of it. And she shows you all to what appears to be... okay, which appears to be that of a huge, and I say huge, but it's more so the comparable size to the ship, so it's huge to you guys, but a kind of doorway of sorts, that to be of like almost like a circular stone kind of surface on the outside the ring, but like there's actually like two sides to this big doorway that can probably open more so towards the side of you guys, you would guess. And it's got... and it's not just like wooden or anything like that. It's made out of stone itself. So unless pointed out to you, might have even missed it. This kind of doorway, though, does have what looks to be kind of glowing writing on it of sorts, kind of strewn across the door. Serene basically says, that's special magic that basically keeps the door locked unless you do the secret.
Well, do the secret then.
Well, can't really.
Is the doorway big enough for our ship to go through?
Yeah.
Is there water on the other side, Serene, or do we need to swim over there ourselves and go through it?
There's definitely more water on the other side.
Are you allowed to... Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go
Are you
ahead.
allowed to open the doorway for us to go through?
I don't know that answer. but I can tell you how to go through.
We wouldn't want to trespass on your ancestral lands or something. We want to respect that.
I think it should be no problem considering I don't have my own way back in without you guys at this point.
What do y'all think?
Well, we go in, is what I think.
I agree.
Yes. What's this riddle or what's this puzzle?
How do we get in? Serene.
Firstly, I'll ask if anybody tries to read any of the actual what you'd guess to be letters or runes on the thing. That's celestial. If none of you know it, if none of you have that, it is you don't know it.
I don't have it.
I don't have celestial, but I think because I have the like scales or whatever, I'm trying to read it, trying to make sense of it. I'm like, okay, well, there's some mutation going on or something. Maybe I can try.
Unfortunately, that will not help you. But she will still tell you how to do it. I was just telling you if you wanted to see about it. That it so basically none of you know the writing or what it potentially could be. But you are told from Serene it's pretty much a door of happiness, a door of basically a door of laughing. She's saying that you need to tell the door a couple of jokes to be able to be let through. You need to have a sense of basically character in a way. And that's why she can't get back in. She can't.
I wish Silas was here.
Do we speak to the door?
I think I have something for that. As the captain has a little button, and you see what you would think to be like a more older in time thing that you would speak into. I'm trying to think of that of
Stenograph or something.
yeah, that you'd have to speak into that. Testing, and then you see some of the bubbles kind of come up a little bit from the front. You can see the sound wave going out a little bit.
A human, a half-orc, and an elf walk into a bar. The dwarf walks under it. No offense, Luxus.
That's funny.
I
completely
had to,
straight face. That's funny.
I had to think about it for a second. You see as the door starts to it doesn't go a little bit more than just almost as if it was starting to open. You have to keep going.
Keep going. I'm not a party animal. I have one joke. You see, comedy doesn't lend itself to being, it's not on demand. It's just natural. Anyone else got something?
Why do paladins wear chainmail? Because it's holy armor, duh.
You see as
pretty good.
the door starts to open up just a little bit more. It looks like it's almost open.
Keep going. Keep going.
What's a beholder's favorite food? Ice
Bread?
cream. Ah!
You're
A
all
sneak
full
attack is a
of
jab well done.
you're all just full of dad jokes and I hate it. Anyways, the door opens up with your corny jokes. As you see what looks to be that of a very lighter blue on the other side, almost as if it was glowing, but not actually glowing.
All right, gotta be right back.
So it seems like it's open enough for us to get through, or do we do more jokes?
It's open.
Okay. All right. Nobody's stealing of my jokes. If I hear you saying them elsewhere, I will confront you. All right, Captain. I suppose take us in now.
Hey, Wody.
Yeah.
Arthur. Hey, Arthur.
Yes.
What tool helps a wizard with writing the correct runes into their spellbook?
Uh,
A spell
well,
checker.
all right, that's enough, Alexis. The door's open.
Oh, we're done? What do you mean the door's open?
The door's open.
The
We
door
can go through.
closes. You redo.
No.
Nah, that's not. If we were talking about an anime, let's be honest. Captain would be sit right there and be like, "I just wanted to hear you do some jokes again."
All right. Take us through, please, before it closes. God forbid.
He does go. He starts going. You know, takes the thing back down, the grammar graph back down, and we're good with that. As Serene's pretty much like, oh, I'm finally glad to be back in here. As you guys are slowly going into it, and as we get to the I'll turn up the music a little bit as we proceed to see on this other side what seems to be that of an almost what you would guess to be open ocean sea. It's like you're on like the bottom level of like what you would guess to be the ocean, but it's like looking to like the left or like the right or like above of the thing I'm about to describe here. Looking like anywhere else, it's just like a blue open sea no matter what direction you look. And it's very kind of almost creepily so. Like there's nothing in the distance.
Are you sure this is the right way, Serene?
What?
You sure this is the right way to your?
I said I'm still explaining. And as you look forward, in front of basically kind of like in front of this place, but if you look as you look forward, you see in this whole vast openness there is one thing that is there, which seems to be that of a underwater city.
Oh, definitely the right way.
Cool.
As I've changed the scenery for you to see this underground city.
Oh.
Sorry,
I
I
don't
missed
think this
it.
is a dungeon.
What happened, real quick?
Oh, we just told some jokes and made it through the door, and now
The
we've made it
laughing
to
door?
the actual city. Yeah.
So
Oh, she has to speak. That's why she couldn't get in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, to explain to you also, because this is somewhat of a little bit of an important detail, these as you guys have entered through here, it's pretty much like an open sea. Like there's like almost nothing like in the way except for like like the bottom ocean floor. Like there's nothing you could see what you would guess to be for miles. Like it's almost like empty. The only thing that you see here is this underwater city right here. This isn't exactly the best picture, but this is kind of like the theme that we're kind of going for here.
So pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Serene.
So are we underwater now? I'm confused.
We've been underwater. We're in a submarine.
Right. Thank you. I
Mhm.
forgot.
Oh
Serene,
no!
if you couldn't
Been a
talk
while.
and tell jokes to get back through the gateway, then why did you go through it in the first place to get yourself locked out?
Right to the jugular.
Sorry, I'm tired.
I didn't.
I'm trying to.
I mean, are you allowed to be here? Were you exiled?
Whatever her response is, I'm gonna try and smooth it.
Go, Monty. This is so intense, Lurxers.
I'm sorry. I
Fine.
have a map that I have to go get, and I'm being very annoyed by this real quick.
I mean, if we bring her back to the city, she could be killed.
Maybe she's a terrorist.
Yeah, maybe.
You never know. It's always the unsuspecting ones, right?
True.
Okay. I got what I wanted. Okay, we're good. So, as I am setting this up, to explain why she's out there, she pretty much wanted to, how do I put this? She pretty much wanted to explore for like new things or that of the sorts of trying to talk with maybe someone or something of sorts to get potential help. The help that she's looking for would just be that of like she wants to basically leave. However, now seeing how scary it can be to try to leave this place, she's kind of wanting to go back home now.
Sorry, my boyfriend was talking to me about dinner. So you're saying she was curious to leave?
Yes.
But now that she's left and saw how scary it is, she doesn't want to do it again?
Yeah.
So she was just like your modern day Ariel, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Who?
Like it's shared. Ariel, what do you mean? Get out! Leave!
I haven't heard of this
The
folklore.
Little Mermaid, bro? Ariel? From Disney? Come on, whatever.
We're good.
This is the first mer person I've ever met. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say that out loud. I was just talking to Natsu. Relax. Go sit down.
Heck, I'm not even gonna lie to any of you. You probably all understand you could get some potential moolah for discovering this location.
What do you mean?
Interesting.
Like we could sell the information that this place exists to other people, and how to get in. Now that we know how.
Something that Silas might want to do, but Imani wants to tell him otherwise.
In either case, that's a discussion for a lot later. I was just putting that thought out there. So she pretty much just, like I said, explained off. She was pretty much curious, wanted to leave, and when I say curious, it's more like she was getting even potentially a bit sick of her home. Now she can't. She doesn't want to leave it. She wants to be back home. Get her back home.
Can't get enough of it. Yeah.
Understandable.
Got you.
Well, what's protocol here, Serene? Do we need to meet with the mayor or the governor of this town, or guide us in your culture, please?
I think they might already know we're coming. As she points out to what looks to be, as you're getting closer to the city, one part of the city, like you guys are basically heading towards, you can already see a couple of people are waiting.
Do we need to offer them anything for gifts? I ask.
We come bearing their lost girl. This is the gift. They'll welcome us with open arms. Surely.
Perhaps an oversight of assumption, but you could be right as well. Can I have Serene answer?
I don't actually know.
That's fair. We can assume
Arthur?
that Arthur is correct then.
Yes?
Arthur, you're going to want to use some tact when interacting with new cultures.
I'm capable of
Keep that in
tact.
mind.
I am not tactless. I'm just lacking in tact, but there is some there.
Understood.
I will not call them fish people.
Thank you.
I will not say anything regarding any fish-based dishes.
It's a
Well, they
great
probably
starter
eat
of fish.
fish.
Imani does have a chuckle to herself. Dejan, like me as a
We
player, I'm
love-
laughing, but Imani does kind of like smile.
We love fish.
Yeah, they probably eat fish.
Yes, but it could be seen as like an insult. If I were to say it to them, I would think it could be seen as a threat or insult. Though maybe now I know now Larxus, now you've me thinking maybe they do have fantastic fish dishes. I'll never try because I'm too afraid to ask if they have any fish dishes in case I take it as a threat. I'm overthinking now.
Oh, I understand that, Arthur. Amani, do you
I am
have a
kinda
little
hungry.
bit further, advice on how Arthur could be a little more tactful without feeling so anxious?
What? I don't need advice.
Well, you
And
just said that you're now overthinking and feeling anxious because she suggested that, but
Oh,
you
You-
also admitted that you
at
have
no
some
point
tact
did I
issues.
say anything about anxiety.
Damn, I've never heard
I am
Arthur get.
Overthinking leads
perfectly
to
calm.
anxiety.
I've never heard Arthur lose a word battle in my life.
Then
Imani,
feel free to overthink. I'll stand over here.
Imani speaks up and she says, I don't think I'm the best to ask about gaining tact. I just recognize. Game recognizes game.
Though
Raja
speaking
just
of-
laughs.
We're speaking from one tactless person.
You gotta laugh from Raja,
Speaking-
definitely.
So, Serene, is there a way for us to be able to leave our vehicle without being crushed under the pressure or, not being able to breathe the water? Do you know of a spell or maybe some sort of device so we can go out and meet your friends here?
You can't breathe water?
No,
Not even a little bit.
that's why I
I
wanted a
can, but
submersible.
only because of this, and I touch the scarf.
Can I swim well?
No.
You can't breathe water because of the scarf? What?
Yeah, the
Can be.
eel scarf allows me to breathe underwater.
I thought it was just swimming. Am I
Let
crazy?
me read.
You can breathe
While
underwater
attuned
and
to
you
the
gain.
scarf-
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You're already part
You
fish.
can-
It
you can
works.
Say it. Yeah, there you
But
go.
I think you should be our envoy, Amani, seeing as well. Serene kissed you first, given your condition, and you can already swim and breathe underwater. So perhaps you should go out there and meet them.
Okay. We'll see how it goes.
You basically, at this point, you gotta make a decision with it. Oh shit, okay, that's fine. You basically have to make your decision here soon, though, as the ship is basically now coming to a landing point onto what you would guess to be some like the outer layer of it, somewhat of the sand of this city, and as you've landed there, you already can tell your ship is surrounded by like tens of people now, 20 of people now, and you can't necessarily get too good of a look at them from inside the ship outside of two people of note two people of notice, one being increase their size, their picture,
Holy beefy
Hi.
arms.
one being
boy.
a triton, a little bit more of what you would hear of a normal looking triton, at least, with a bunch of different tattoos kind of strewn all about them. Their long, kind of darker hair going down with the full beard going on. Still that with be almost what you guess to be full black eyes, like both the pupil and the lens. And the only thing that's noticeable about this person is as they kind of stand there with their what you would guess to be sheathed weapon, sitting there. He looks to be that of what you would guess to be probably a bit more of an older fellow just from looking at him. And the person next to him to be that of a more, well, let's at least say younger from this other person. Fish-like woman with that of to also be somewhat similar mutations to that of Serene, at least in different ways, as she looks to be wearing probably that of more even modern day clothes, which you would guess to be.
Captain, can you turn on the radio?
He
I think we need to
slides
introduce
he
ourselves.
he slides up the radio.
Hello, is it working?
They all like
My name is Arthur Callamore of the Plum Ravens. I come here in peace with your lost daughter,
Be quiet.
Serene. Oh, with your lost daughter, Serene. We come here looking for a dungeon. We do not wish you any harm.
Impossible trade, Bodhi. Possible or Arthur.
And some
and
answers
trade.
about this mutation.
Oh, well, you can, if you want something to say, you can. I mean, it's not. I'm not hogging the microphone. Feel free.
You see as the big guy, the big older guy, basically looks at this kind of like machinery, can kind of see a little bit through the window glass back at you people, and he kind of like gives a little two finger in the air, like wave basically towards them, towards you guys basically.
I'm gonna cast the message on that guy. I'm just gonna be like, hello? Can you understand me now? Is there anything going on here?
What in the blue hells?
Oh, wonderful. You can hear me.
What a
As I
Western
said, don't know if you caught it on the radio. My name is Arthur Callamore. I'm with the Plum Ravens. I have a couple other people here, including a one of your folk known as Serene. She said her name was. We're just here
You got
more as
Serene?
adventurers. Yes, she was being accosted by
Bigger
some,
out now.
Sure. Serene, go, get out.
Do you see as he's kind of almost hiding now? She doesn't necessarily want to go now.
I point and I say to everyone else, she's a runaway. She ran away from home.
Serene, were you exiled?
What? No.
Did you run away?
Not exactly run away, just
Wham. Don't cry now. You've been caught. You lied to us. You weren't honest. Face the consequences.
Oh, Arthur.
I think Amani takes the mic and she says, "Who is Serene to you?"
Is the message still going between who?
Yeah, so just Amani, they didn't react to the radio, but then I cast a spell at the big guy. So that's how I was able to communicate with him in his mind. But if you tell me to say something to him, I definitely can.
Yes. Who is Serene to you? Like we don't know these people.
Yeah, I'll say that. We'll send Serena in a moment, but quick question first. What does she mean to you? What exactly is she to you? Is
She's
she like
my
a
damn
daughter, or...
daughter.
All right, that's what I was thinking. All right, yeah,
Right
she's
out.
his daughter. Is there a reason you ran away, Serene? A good one, I hope.
she kind of doesn't know what to say because she kind of goes back to the fact that she basically said that she wanted to go out and explore. That's pretty much she's been sick of this place, etc., stuff like that. But she's been sick of this place and the almost the potentially from what it sounds like the we don't go anywhere kind of place.
Mhm.
So
All
to
right, well-
come back into here might sound like a bit of a bad idea to her personally.
I'll message the guy again. Said, "Yep, we will send her out momentarily." I'll turn back to the crew. All right, so she has no good reason to have left. So I say we make her leave, because if she doesn't get out of the ship soon, I think we will be in trouble.
And with that, somebody walks up behind the big older guy. And it appears to be that of another Triton with mutations, except that to be that one having a couple of different like pockets on them, couple of different what you would guess to be items on them, and then he does the whole finger formation with them again towards the ship, and she starts basically walking towards the ship.
Serene, do you recognize these? Like, do you recognize her? Like, what's?
That's my sister.
Called it.
Of course, of course.
Is she coming on board, Serene, or is she coming to get you to go out the ship? Can you tell?
I think she might make her way in, as she's pretty much already crawling on the ship, like knocking on it in places.
All right, let's let her in. Whatever that
Let's let her
process is.
in.
You quickly open the hatch, let some water in, but she kind of slips in. She kind of gets back up from being basically swooshed in, and she looks pissed at her sister. Like you could just tell, and then they start going. Which you would guess to be more of like the Triton language. And after about a couple of minutes of that, she shakes. This one who Shireen does tell you her name. It's Echo. Proceeds to basically go over to people one by one, but first and foremost, she's gonna go up to you, Arthur, and she's going to basically try to stick you with a tadpole.
I slap her hand. No.
She kind of like she she has to take a breather because it's like she doesn't understand why you're not taking it. So instead, she literally takes out of her pocket and just throws multiple tadpoles at you.
Oh, surely I have a spell for this.
Imani tries to reach out with her mind to the sister. Hello? Can you hear me as well?
You get no response.
Can I
Serene,
cast?
can she hear me? What's going on?
No, you have to make a connection. It's like something that'll last for like 24 hours, I think, in your terms.
Is that what the tadpoles are?
Oh, the tadpoles would allow you to basically breathe underwater.
I roll back a sleeve and kind of
Of course.
put my
Wait,
arm
wait.
towards Echo.
Alexis, I'm sorry, Natsu, is she answering verbally or just in Amani's head?
It's still just in Amani's head.
Yeah. Alexis, you can't hear her. You don't know nothing.
Oh, Monty said that he's repeating
I was
everything
just-
she said.
I said I was relaying
sorry.
everything,
Okay,
but
okay,
I was gonna roleplay that part, but I was just
my
gonna
arm
say
too, or my sleeve too, not my arm.
the tadpoles allow us to breathe underwater.
I said
I'd say-
tadpoles, I'm sorry. I meant they're leeches. There we go.
Of course they're leeches.
The leeches, the leeches
All right.
are supposed to allow us to breathe underwater. we don't have many options down here, and especially if the sub gets damaged in any way. So
Well, of
I think
course,
for
with that
now,
knowledge, I'll partake. But to be fair, she walked up to me and threw a leech at me. I don't know how I'm
She
supposed to
sticks a
react.
leech just right on your
That's
neck
true.
now.
Yeah. Enjoy, Arthur.
I cast message on her and I say, "You couldn't at least try and communicate before you start throwing leeches."
Don't be a crybaby.
I'm
As
not
she proceeds
crying.
to
I'm
go
upset.
to the next person. Amani, do you want one?
yeah, I'll take one.
Well, you can already breathe
If I-
underwater.
Yeah, but if I lose my scarf ever, then I need it.
That's fair.
Where do you want it? Because wherever you guys want it is pretty much now where she's placing it. She doesn't care about Arthur.
I'll lift my neck as well.
You lift your neck as well, and as she proceeds to do it, she actually takes it back and she goes. She's kind of confused as she points at something that might be on your neck.
I touch my neck.
It feels like that of scales. Fish scales.
No! What is that?
Gills, maybe.
You've gained the ability to breathe underwater normally.
You're solid.
Awesome.
You're half mer person.
Is my swim speed the same as my walking speed?
Yes, but with the thing that you have on, I think you'll just get plus 30 extra feet as well. So you'll have a swim speed of 60 feet.
That's crazy.
Oh, okay. I need to add that to this.
Yeah, that's good to know.
I lift my leg and offer her my ankle for a sucker.
Bloop. She'll put one on there.
Thank you. I bow to her. Thank her.
Larxus.
For my arm.
And then
Get it down there.
then you'll see one for everybody else, even if Silas may or may not want it.
I feel like Silas would want it somewhere that he can conceal.
Bard and the.
We'll put it right on
Paladin.
it'll be right on his chin, like it's like a little wiggling, a little wiggling.
I don't think he would agree to that.
Nah, yeah, we'll say it's on him
Nice
somewhere
picture.
concealable. So with that, all of you none of you specifically outside of like Amani specifically gain the ability to like swim necessarily, but being where you're potentially at right now, you would be able to still walk around somewhat like normal. That being
Yeah, because we're wearing
said,
all our armor, so we're gonna be heavy.
that being said, do you all proceed to basically start getting out of the ship?
Captain, are you gonna take one as well?
He already did. He's got
Oh.
one. He's got the chin one.
Nice. Well, let's go. Come on,
Yeah,
Serene.
Imani's actually first out.
Serene,
This is
introduce us.
Very interesting.
Sorry, Amani.
My friend.
Serene, can you introduce us to your parents, I guess?
I think that they'll want to introduce themselves, to be honest. You see, as she's very much avoiding wanting to talk with anybody.
She's in trouble.
They're not going to kiss us, are they?
No.
To
Hope so.
communicate.
No need.
Alright.
That's a very
yeah,
special
Imani.
thing to do.
Maybe that's how they greet
Um,
people.
So once Larxus
Imani,
gets out-
Imani just notes that. She's like, okay, cool. And then gets out to swim.
And Larxus follows quickly behind, but quickly realizes that he doesn't really like the water, and he doesn't really have sea legs or anything, so he kind of just slips and slides and cartwheels down off the ship into the ground. Doesn't hurt himself, but it's definitely not graceful.
You see as like a bunch of the Tritons that you're like probably what you would say more of the random Tritons, but not anybody too noticeable. Like, so it's basically like a crowd. They've like all kind of stepped away from you a little bit.
Arthur. Arthur is going to tap his clothing and turn it from robes into like a skin suit for diving, kind of.
Aw, cute.
And then he'll get out. It has the same colors of black with trims of gold on it, and it has a big A on the front. And he'll probably head out last.
A for
Do you have
Asgard.
do you have a raven on the back?
I love you. I'm kidding.
Yeah, of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
Gotta
Yeah, he's got
represent.
he's got a purple plum raven on the back. That's like got its wings out, like it's like pawing.
My man went full out.
I'm sorry, is a plum raven a type of raven in real life?
I don't think so. It's just
Or
the
is it like,
color and
is
the
it a
raven.
picture of a, oh, it's like the, okay,
It
so
might
the
be
plum
a
raven.
real thing, but I basically just went for purple raven, plum raven.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
purple raven. Okay, I wasn't sure if there was a plum with the raven or if it's a real thing. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, Imani is just like testing out her swim ability because like she can go real fast now.
Yeah.
You literally, well,
It's
let
just like,
me
oh, I feel limber. Like, why can't I just move?
explain. As
And
you
just
basically start swimming, like you start swimming out of money, and at first you're kind of like you're like trying to kind of figure it out almost, because it's like, to me, you didn't have a swim speed even at all before any of this,
No.
and then you're like, getting into it. You swim for like probably less than a minute, and you just start going with it. Especially with the other one, you just like, guys, this shit's easy.
Like a rocket.
Yeah. Like the eel scarf is my second arm. It's kind of like shooting me forward. Yeah.
Nice. So Larxus is gonna look like his head, all his hair is going different ways. It almost makes it look like a marshmallow or something. So he starts taking some bands he has on one of his arms off and putting them around his beard, kind of get it in order.
Yeah, and we'll just swim to the big guy and the woman, I guess. We'll swim towards them.
Yeah,
I would
definitely
just like
follow.
to point out that I swam out, did a nice little underwater cartwheel, and then landed on my feet and started walking towards Serene's parents with everyone.
You notice as
I'm
Cap,
Good job.
I'm graceful.
you notice how Cap is just looking at all of you after getting out of the ship, like, y'all are just special, and just walks off.
Don't forget it.
Alright.
With that being said, though, the captain kind of actually goes up to this bigger man, and then it starts to get real tense for a second, as for some reason the captain starts staring down this man, and the man starts kind of like lumbering up a little bit and starts staring at him, as they very much look to be like in almost a dead stare lock for a second.
We're just flexing.
And then at that point, they both grab each other's like hands, like just like in a very fast pace, and they pretty much are like looking at each other, like gripping each other, like the muscles, you seeing them start to bulge. They both just say, "You're all right."
Love it.
Yeah, this guy seems
Sorry to
trustable.
intrude on your area, but Serene showed us here, and we had to help her get home.
You see as he starts to speak, which you guys can both, like everybody can understand, anybody else basically here who might speak, because Serene, basically her being mute was the reason why that one was special. But she pretty much, but he pretty much introduced himself now. He's like, It's nice to see. It's nice to see some people with, well, a good heart to bring them home instead of try to take them away. I might be a little bit mad at my sweetie pie, but I'm just glad she's back home. My name is that of, well, my name you could just call me Elder Kai. It's a pleasure to meet all of you, and thank you for bringing my daughter back. You're more than welcome here in the city. The city.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome in the city of Suashi. It's more native
Did you
to
just
our
say
language.
sushi?
Yeah, Suashi, bro.
sorry. You're so hilarious.
Great.
It's and more so in our language to be that of the Triton tribe. It's a
Great
little bit
name.
more basic, and I get it, but welcome.
Great name. Thank you for welcoming us.
Thank you. Well, we're glad to bring your daughter back. That was not our original purpose for coming out here. We heard that a dungeon had opened up in the deep end, so we were looking for it. Would you know anything about that, perchance?
Nothing's happened around here. Take a look. It's clear as day out there. Sorry, clear as the sea out there. As you see the, like I was telling you earlier, where the ocean, like there's nothing that you can see for miles. That's basically what he's talking about.
Do you mind if we investigate and see if we can find it for ourselves?
Explore
We've
a
heard
bit.
rumors.
You know, I was actually gonna ask some questions, I think, here with your captain of sorts. I would love it if you guys were to be familiarize yourself with the city while we talk. Is that alright with you, Captain? Just don't kill yourselves. Alright, let's go.
We'll see.
Side question. Do we have any means, or do we need because I'm just thinking about our food supply back on the ship. Do we need to potentially find any merchants to buy some food off of, or do we have the means to even do that?
I don't even know if we would have currency that means anything to these
That's what I'm
guys.
saying. Like, do we have the means by currency, right? Do they take gold? Do you know?
I mean, we just got here, so I guess it's something we'll figure out as we explore.
You see as he's like, I don't specifically know, but if you talk with your guide here, I'm gonna go make my way with the captain. As pretty much him and the captain start going away, talking, and now you're left here with the other fish girl that was here.
Wasn't that her mother?
I never said that.
Oh, I just assumed.
Hello. What's your name?
Hello.
I don't even
My name is Belifla.
It's a pretty name.
Did you say Balifa?
Belifla.
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 Nice
Well,
to
I'm
meet you,
Marxus.
Belifla. I'm Scatha.
Hey, Monty.
I'm your guide here, I guess, even though I also want to yell at my sister. But for now, I'm here for you all, it seems. As Father had said, welcome to the city of Sushi.
This is
There are a few places that you can really explore around here. Outside of that, really is just going to be a waiting game.
Do you have a marketplace?
Yes. of sorts.
Has Serene actually left the sub, by the way?
No, she left with us. I thought not you
Did
said.
she?
No, she left with this other sister.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Just making sure.
It's good to ask. Arthur, did you introduce yourself? Did I miss that to this lady?
No.
Oh.
Ooh,
Well,
actually,
he's
by the
feeling a
way,
little abashed.
Raja and
That's it.
Sid, yeah, Raja and Sid are going to be staying on the ship as they need to basically make sure nothing happens to it.
Could they possibly repair the outside of the ship too while they're?
Yeah, they can work on the ship.
Belifla, this is also our other partner, Arthur. I introduced Arthur
Silas.
Hello.
and Silas. Are we pretending Silas is here? Sorry, I missed that.
Just a couple of short stacks, it's fine.
What stacks? How tall is this woman?
Yeah, how tall is she?
She's 6 foot.
Fair. I don't even know how tall I am.
Does she have legs and feet, or is she like kind of like a mermaid?
She's got legs and feet. All Tritons got legs and feet, for the most part.
Listen, you have a couple of inches on me, sure, but short stack is going a bit far.
I think it's perfect.
Of course you do.
As I gaze at her in like awe and admiration.
I'm not going to entertain that. I'm just going to continue on. As I was saying, you have places you can go. As I am now going to reveal the actual map to you guys.
Nice.
Hey guys, do y'all want to go to a marketplace so we might be able to see what interesting things they have here?
I would love to go to a marketplace. Arthur, Imani, what do you guys think?
Definitely.
I have a precursor question. For Balifla. Or Balifla.
Belifla.
Belifla?
There you go.
What form of currency do you use here?
She looks at you. Currency?
Yes, like if I went to a market and they were like they had some food I wanted.
Then you just
What
grab
would-
some food.
Just okay. So it's just, and if there's like a nice sword that or a Triton that looks nice on a wall, I can just grab it.
Did you say a nice Triton that looked on the wall?
Yeah.
I think he meant
Trident.
trident.
Oh, Trident.
Trident.
Yes.
Trident. Yeah. I knew what he meant.
Yeah, a nice person mounted on a.
No, I knew he meant a trident. You guys are so hard on him.
No, I was just-
I mean, I would say so. You see, here we are a tribe more than anything, which means, as a tribe, we work together. Everything is shared in between.
Right, but we're not part of the tribe, are we? Would we not need to give something in return?
I would say it would depend on what it is. Since you're more native, maybe a trade of sorts might help.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay, Roderick.
Alright, there's a couple of things of interest it seems. We can go to the market first.
So she explains to you pretty much the places of interest to go, actually. It's pretty much there is a food market to go to, a horse stables basically, and potential shops of interest, you could say. Which way do you want to go to?
I think we're going to the shops.
Yeah,
I was gonna
shops.
say shops of interest.
I'd vote potential shops of interest, 100%.
All right then.
I mean, how are our food supplies on the ship? Are we still in good supply?
Yeah, I
because
mean,
if
we
we're
were.
low, I would like to hit the food store eventually too.
I'm
Food market.
pretty sure we're packed for a 2-way trip, so we should be good.
Yeah.
We don't need any fish soup.
Yeah, let's go to the
Pork chop.
specialty
Welcome
shops.
first.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up something real quick.
Balifla? Balifla?
Balifla.
Yeah, I gotta pull something up real quick. Hold on. Balifla overworking help.
No, I was just saying the name. I wasn't talking out to her. Sorry.
Balifla.
Saying her name for Larxus there. Don't you like visualize the name as soon as he says it? That's an easy one to visualize, I feel. I see Leaf. Leaf is easy.
Trust
That's how I
me,
have to
you
remember
did
names.
not. You did not like you could say it right, but you didn't spell it right.
Oh, it's not Leal.
I spell it phonetically in my notes. So I
Yeah,
don't really...
like that's how I visualize it phonetically. Is it a PH? Leaf. Leaf. I don't know how else you'd spell it. I definitely pictured an F.
Okay.
So why
the-
don't you have a camera tonight, Larxus?
I'm having an eye issue. I don't want to...
Yeah, I
everybody
had
out.
the F there, so is that looks. What do you say? I said it wrong. Oh, I guess there's an I before E.
I just came up with something. I didn't.
Oh, I thought you knew. See,
No.
we're on the same brain. See, he's similar to me. I like that spelling though. How you spell it.
Okay. So, as you guys are going to the shops, you pretty much notice there aren't very many shops necessarily. Like any place that you might go into for like general goods or stuff, or like maybe even potential like I like weapon or armor places don't really have much. It's more so like makeshift or kind of very terrible versions of stuff you can already get or have. Very more primitive in that way. However,
Yeah.
there
No trident.
however, sorry, I gotta type something in because I gotta make sure. Okay. However, there does appear to be one place of true interest, of potential interest, before you even want to leave this place necessarily. Trying to bring this up. There we go. And as you proceed to walk into what you would almost guess to be that of this almost stone like hut of sorts with a bunch of smoke coming out from it, it appears to be that of like sounds of like clanging going on. You see on the inside what appears to be one kind of bigger like fish man, like even big like even bigger than what you would think of a how do I say it? He'd be giant for like a regular humanoid, but pretty much a bigger kind of fish man. Here you go. To be that of what I would say some normal kind of like balding going on, hairstyle, some tattoos going on, but he holding a hammer. It looks like he's hammering into an anvil of sorts, and as he's getting into the clanging, you can't help but notice for a second. You're just like, he starts to, because he starts to speak to himself, and as he's clanging, it's like clang, clang, and then he starts going on. He even starts doing a little bit of a shangle. I swing my hammer with all of my soul, bringing creation to life. Clang, clang. The hammer dances and the iron sings, bring me to life. Clang, clang. When the forge dies down and you're ready to soar, let them feel your mighty roar. Clang, clang.
So does
Clang.
Larxus recognize this song?
Honestly, no, not necessarily, no. But that was the song though.
What is he working on?
He at the moment you would probably guess to be something of like a metal like spear at first. Maybe it might be forming into more of that of a trident.
Music to my ears. Hello, friend.
Oh, hello there. I'm in the middle of my work here.
Please don't let me interrupt you.
You might want to step back. The sparks kind of go flying sometimes. Clang.
What are you
Clang.
what are you making there? I'll interrupt you. What are you making there?
I'll interrupt you, no problem. Uh, he he pretty much stops once again, looks at you. That of a trident.
Is it any normal trident or is there something special about it?
I mean, every trident that I make, I say would be special.
Hmm. Yes, but
Special how?
objectively.
I would also
Amani's
say
just,
I'm
like,
one of the
looking
only
over
people that
Arthur's shoulder.
actually smith here.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I'm one of the only people that would be smithing here too. So I think I would call myself unique here, yes. And my craft always honed. As he starts to basically go clang, clang, continuing back into it.
What did Manny say?
Oh, I said I was just looking over Arthur's shoulder as he was asking questions.
I lean to Arthur's ear. Ask if it's magical, maybe?
What? Why don't you ask him?
I don't want you.
Is it magical?
Oh, actually, here's the music. There you go. We're gonna hype in here. I can feel the spirits of Raja. All right, what are you saying?
Is the trident magical in any way?
I mean, I can make them magical.
Well,
Imani like speaks up. She says, can you make other weapons magical?
Potentially, but if you want my surefire potential, that would be in a trident.
Scatha steps forward. Hello, my name is Scatha. What would you want to barter for a magical trident, if you're able to?
I mean, I can. Depends on what you're looking for, I guess.
Also, would it work just in water or above water as well?
I wouldn't really know.
Mm. Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Do you have any plate mail?
No.
well, listen, guys. This isn't really my vibe, so to speak.
Yeah, we appreciate your time, but yeah, I'm ready to move on, guys. If you want.
Yeah, I'm happy with my rapier. So
I'm gonna look around his area, look and see if he's made something that might not be typically made up above on dry land. Something that I might be able to sell for a profit.
Well, even looking around, you'll see there are quite a few tritons around, but there is what looks to be somewhat of a I need to get the description for it, so I can't tell you exactly, but it's a shield on the ground.
Oh. Hey, Arthur, can you identify that shield? With, nonchalantly?
If you want me to nonchalantly stand here for 10 minutes silently while I concentrate on the spell.
Thanks, Arthur.
Oh, also, there is also a sword. There is what looks to be a sword, but with like weird seaweed on it, but almost as if it was like a part of it. But it does somewhat look. That one does look somewhat magical as well.
Actually, I think I found a better way. I've just thought of it. Excuse me, sir. What does that shield do over there?
And the sword, please.
And the sword. Why? I don't give a shit about the sword.
I like
You're
the
a
sword.
cheater.
You-
That was out of
Sorry.
character. I'm just kidding.
Wait, how did he cheat?
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, I want to actually explain this now because now I found what I was looking for. So, this shield, it looks to be that of almost like a black and dark gray, very metallic looking design to it. That would maybe a small, like a little bit of a blue, which you guess almost crystal in the middle, if you really would want to say it's a crystal. But the whole thing looks to be that of almost raven-like wings of a design.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh.
Good Sir Blacksmith, can you tell me more about this shield?
Oh, it's nothing. It's a piece of junk.
I'm gonna look at Arthur again,
Oh, good.
like a knowing look, like
One man's trash. Though of course, if it's only junk to you, I'm sure you wouldn't mind if we just take it off of your hands.
No. Go ahead, I guess. Anything else, though, I would want something for, though.
Blacksmith, sir, what would you like for the sword?
The
I'm
sword?
gonna pick up the shield and kind of fill it out while she's doing that.
I'm not quite sure. What do you have to offer?
First, could you tell me about the sword? I don't know what I have to offer.
Do you... Did you identify it, by the way?
I'll do it now. I'll like wave over Alexis to hand me the shield, and I'll identify it.
Do I have to give it to you?
Thank you.
He basically says it's a
Yes.
piece of junk because it basically doesn't work down here, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm saying that to the person who's
Whoa!
reading it.
Was that for the sword or the shield?
For the shield.
Not, yeah, it's like not useful underwater, but it's useful otherwise.
Alexis, I know you don't like swimming. How do you feel about flying?
Yo,
I've never tried.
Well, now's your chance. I'll put this in the chat.
I dream of flying often. Sorry, have I been told about the sword yet and I missed it?
No, I'm getting to it.
Not yet.
I gotta...
Just doing this. Okay,
Oh,
sorry, I
wow.
just didn't know.
It's +1 too, by the way. So this is a pretty fucking good shield.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
beautiful shield.
I told
Wait.
you.
So when you have the wings out, you can use your reaction to add 3 to your AC.
but if you're using it as wings, you can't. You don't
Yeah.
gain the bonus AC normally. Interesting.
That's a really interesting weapon.
Does anyone mind if I keep this, guys? I think I can put it to good use.
Not at all.
It's all you.
Um,
No
uh,
use for the shield.
I asked the Scatha asked the blacksmith, would you be able to make another one of those shields?
What? No. The materials I would take would be far too costly. It was just an experiment I was trying, honestly.
It's a beautiful shield.
Yeah, it's a piece of junk.
Yes, absolute garbage. Now the sword, however, looks fantastic. Tell us
I
more.
really like that sword, Arthur.
Uh, can you tell me what exactly it does, perchance? Maybe just a taste.
Okay. I had to read some stuff on it.
Mhm.
Do any of you like try to hold it?
I'm not going to.
You, 100%. I asked the blacksmith, can I hold the sword?
Yeah. You can expect it as much as you want. It's authentic.
Thank you. I reach up and gently take the sword and hold it
As
in my hands, inspecting it.
you take it, you hold it for a second. You might even like give it a small little swing up a little bit. And as you give it a small little swing up, you notice you would normally have difficulty slashing like through water in general, right? This feels effortlessly slashing through the water.
As if through air. Okay.
Outside
I
of that, it looks like it would be wet, like a wet sword, with or without the water already around.
just looking
Is it
at what
a
I
short
have.
sword or a long sword?
Oh yeah, I was told it
Long
was short.
sword.
A long
It's
sword.
a long sword. You may not be proficient with it, Gatha.
Yeah.
Balls.
And also
Sorry.
remember, you have a specific weapon you want to stick to as your Kensai weapon.
What is my Kensai weapon?
Your
It's
whip.
Oh wait,
whip.
if she's Kensei, she might be able to use long swords. Alright.
She can, but it wouldn't be her Kensai weapon, so she would lose out on like the bonuses of her subclass.
Oh yeah, my Kensai is my whip, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I
snap.
offer it to Arthur. Would you like to inspect this?
Yeah, I'll inspect it if he lets me stand there and inspect it.
Are you sure?
Another 10-minute.
Gatha, why
Oh,
don't you hold it and I'll
I'm just
identify it from
asking.
afar. Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm just asking. Are you sure? Do you want to use your thing for us?
Yes.
It's a beautiful sword.
You hold the sword, and as you use it, I will say
sad.
first and foremost, you see this sword almost as if like a vision being held, almost as if you're looking at it, but like your hand's not your hand, like it's that of a more, just like a more lighter skinned hand, as you proceed to look up and see what you would guess to be that of basically a huge giant octopus of sorts with red skin, but at the end of the tentacles had basically eyes. As you see yourself going in and basically bringing out up this your blade to basically slash through this thing, and with that, you come back to it.
Oh. That was odd.
What happened, Arthur?
I had a bit of a vision. Let me just focus. You talk to the blacksmith. I need to focus on my magics.
Okay, Arthur, let me know if you need some water or anything. We're surrounded by. Okay.
There's plenty.
Thank you!
Funny. Imani speaks to the blacksmith and says, "Do you have any other failed experiments?"
That's a great question.
But no. Like I said, everything else up there is the only other stuff I would actually have. That one, it wasn't even a failed experiment that you're holding, but it is something of a family treasure.
Oh, the sword.
Yeah.
This is yes. It would be. It must be quite the treasure. Guys, can we take a bit of a sidebar? And I'll put the sword back down, and I'll gather everyone around me in the corner.
Sure.
I hang the sword back up on the wall and join them.
I don't think we have something valuable enough to trade for this. That we might have items that are valuable, but we probably want to use what we have. This is a extremely potent and powerful sword. And if I were to give it to anyone personally, I would say it suits Amani fairly well. But that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, me or Silas. But what about this? And I pull out the drift globe, which is this like uncommon item or wondrous item.
Yeah.
That's pretty rare.
What's its rarity?
It says it's wondrous, uncommon.
It's uncommon. Mm-hmm.
He looks at it, he inspects it, he's like, I could use something with this, but I think I need something a bit more. Honestly, a lot more. This is like I said, something in the family treasure we're talking about. You got to give something up. I think pretty valuable for this to be worth something.
I'd give up my rat ring. No, the face.
So, I will say, we did get that champion's cloak that we didn't give to what's his name, that paladin that was with us, because we didn't know what to do with it. This might be the opportunity to trade it off, perhaps.
Wow, Arthur, that's wonderful. Good idea.
Arthur, that's great.
I'm not sure how rare it is, but it's a magical item, and it's the second one on top of that. So
it might be very rare down here.
We can offer it.
Does anybody have like good haggling? Is there a skill for haggling?
Usually that'd be persuasion, and our guy for that is not here.
Yeah.
I have a +2 to persuasion. I have a +2.
I actually have a +4.
Nice. There you go.
What's it for? Persuasion? Are we looking
persuasion? Yes.
Yeah.
Like convince someone.
Yeah, none of y'all can talk.
Oh, Arthur can.
+4 is it's okay.
+4 is pretty good.
But you're not a bard.
I ain't no bard.
Our bard's gonna
If you go a bard of eloquence, you can't get less than a 20.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take the cape out and offer it to the smith, see how he likes it.
What's the cape's rarity?
I don't know. You can check.
Does it say it in the description? I mean, the shield says uncommon, but I don't remember most of the items don't really say if they're common or what they are, do they?
Yeah. They have them on there. Hold on.
They usually do. I didn't see one on there, but I'll.
Yeah, not on these ones. The one that's. But
it feels like it'll probably be uncommon.
I'm gonna say real quietly, Arthur, fake it till you make it.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to.
I don't know what I would really do with the cape.
Well, you'd give it to someone who could really pull it off, or perhaps you could pull it off.
Sorry to say, you gotta give something more. Then I'm still not convinced.
Tell him what the cape does, Arthur.
He wouldn't give a shit what the cape does. I purposely didn't say it because it wouldn't matter to him.
Is there anything other than items that you need in this moment?
Well, I would need some rare materials. I'm a blacksmith, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
Oh, we harvested those materials off those creatures we killed. What were they? What did we get?
Yeah, I don't know who has them. I don't have them.
We're on
Silas
the
has
ship.
Oh,
Oh
but
no.
Silas is
I'm
greedy.
willing to bet he wants inorganic material, not like pieces of the fish we found.
that's true. Are there any rare materials that we can go out and find for you?
I mean, if you go out and find them, we wouldn't have this problem.
Mm,
Yes, I mean, now
Okay.
that we know that the sword is here, we can go find
okay, wait. Can we do the sidebar? In the sidebar?
them. Another huddle up.
Alright. We also got the Earthbreakers, which for someone who collects minerals would actually he'd probably find some use in them because he can repel like earth. He can like punch the earth and get minerals from it. Does that make sense?
That's
Yeah,
pretty.
I
Yeah, I
didn't-
forgot about that one.
As a
think that's
player, I
okay.
don't even remember the Earthbreakers, so
I'll put them in this chat. Yeah, we got those as well. I thought, my first thought was give him to Alexis. He's a dwarf. He eats the dirt or whatever. It might be useful.
Did you say eats the dirt?
Yeah.
Don't think that's quite what he
Um,
does.
But Alexis, if you don't mind parting with this,
Let me read them.
yeah.
With just the hoarder of magic items finally coming out.
See, this sounds like it'd be better for our monk.
oh yeah, true.
1d10 force damage to earth and tree elementals, and plus 3 damage to metal constructs.
Well, it would be good, but it's also very situational. I don't think we've
If-
even
Very,
faced
very
any constructs.
situational.
If he accepts
Yeah.
it, I'm okay giving them up. If not, I would like them.
But wait,
That's
will
fair.
this sword be usable outside of the water, Arthur? I mean,
It will be usable. Yeah, so it'll be usable in and out of the water.
so I'm not attached to the Earthbreakers. So if you think that would do it, then please let's do it.
All right, let's try this. Good sir, we have these gloves that allow you to essentially go through rock and mineral at your leisure.
Oh.
Something I think you would find quite useful.
Well,
Sure.
I've been on the older side, so I don't think I can do that as much as I would like to, but I guess if you give me all 3 of these items, I could let you have the blade.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh
whoa.
boy.
All 3?
Well, the cape. We don't need the cape. I could not give a shit about the cape. We can give that to him.
I mean,
We'll give it.
I will
is
say
this sword
out
even
of
worth it?
I will say out of character, this is a rare weapon, so
Yeah.
I wanted this weapon as soon as you said it. I'm very sad I can't use it.
Sorry.
But
Arthur,
yeah,
can
it's
you link us the description of the sword in
I
chat?
I just want to make sure we get it first before I start linking it. I don't want anyone to get too excited before we have it in hand.
Well, then
Give
we'll
him
have to
the
leave it up
items.
to your we have to leave it up to your discretion, then Arthur.
Oh yeah, 100% worth it. 200% worth it.
You just.
Okay. Go for it.
You're so funny.
All right.
All right.
We'll give him the
Drift globe.
Earthbreakers, the Drift Globe, and the Champion's Cape.
all right.
Jeez.
He takes
All
all that, and now you
Deleting
have
it from my inventory.
you have the blade. Feel free to post it in the chat if you want.
Let me
No,
see
it's
this.
mine. It's mine.
Please
Oh,
let me
okay.
see what
Oh.
I can't have. I knew it'd be good as soon as he said there was a bloody
Yeah.
sword.
Oh, that sword sucks. Golly.
Suddenly, Blade Singer. What's it called? Blade
Yeah.
Singer. Wizard.
Yeah, something that's looking better out of nowhere. But yeah, well, I'll grab the sword and I want to see if I get any kind of secondary vision out of it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh no! After that first vision, no, there's nothing.
Damage type
Okay.
changes the cold reach becomes 10.
That was
Wow.
because you basically used your spell to basically look into it.
Ooh, you
Okay.
gain proficiency once you attune to it. Wow.
Yeah, so anybody can use it if they really want to.
Wait, a finesse weapon. Is that
Yeah.
something
Mhm.
Ivana might
Finesse.
be able to use?
Finesse does
Oh,
read one-handed as well.
Cool.
What is this? 3 times per day.
And length for 4. Yeah, no, it's like
Oh my
perfect for me.
Yeah. Definitely. It's considering your
10-foot
swimming abilities.
range. Oh my god.
Yeah. If you use this in the water, you don't get any penalty either, which is fantastic. If
Once
for this
thrown,
any coming fight, maybe in the water.
once thrown, it will return to its wielder's hand. Holy shit. Oops, excuse me.
I'll take it.
I obviously have an eye for quality. What can I say?
Obviously.
Yeah.
I'll hand it to Amani and I'll say, be careful. I did see perhaps a bit of its past. I don't know if that carries that burden with it, but if you have any weird dreams while you hold it, let me know.
Okay, will do. Thank
Congratulations, Imani. I know
I
you'll
say
make
to-
it worth the trade. With
Yeah,
it
it
in
takes
your
Say to
hand.
complete-
Larxis, also, like, I'm glad we stayed to check things out. Good
Yes.
idea.
This turned out to be quite the fruitful
Definitely.
endeavor.
Thank you.
I kind of
appreciate that.
like, take a few